The void trembled. Captain Alex Chen stood on the bridge of the UHNS Relentless, humanity's most devastating weapon ever conceived. Through the reinforced viewport, the planet Carthex 7 hung like a blue-green jewel against the darkness, beautiful, pristine, and doomed. His jaw tightened as he remembered why they were here. "Captain, we're receiving another distress signal from the surface," Lieutenant Rose Martinez reported from her station, her fingers dancing across holographic displays. "It's the Carthexian Imperium. They're begging us to reconsider." Alex's expression remained stone cold. "Are they still broadcasting footage of the massacre at Nova Terra?" Rose's face darkened. "Yes, sir. On every frequency. They're proud of what they did." The memory seared. Through Alex's mind, images that humanity would never forget. The Carthexian Empire had invaded Nova Terra, humanity's newest colony, without warning or provocation. 3 million civilians. Men, women, children. The aliens had streamed the genocide across the galaxy, believing it would terrify other species into submission. They had laughed as they turned humanity's kindergartens into charnel houses. They had underestimated humanity's capacity for vengeance. "Commander Vale," Alex addressed his weapons officer, a grizzled veteran whose eyes had lost their warmth years ago. "Status of the Hellstorm Array?" "Charged to 97%, Captain. All 48 planetary bombardment cannons are locked on target. Atmospheric ionizers are ready. We can begin at your command." Alex walked to the center of the bridge, his boots echoing in the sudden silence. Every officer on deck knew what was about to happen. Some had families on Nova Terra. Some had lost everyone. All of them wore the same expression, grim determination mixed with something darker. "Open a channel to the Carthexian government," Alex ordered. Rose's fingers moved swiftly. "Channel open, sir." The main screen flickered to life, revealing the six-eyed face of High Chancellor Vrexkar, his mandibles clicking nervously. Behind him, the ornate hall of their planetary capital was in chaos, officials rushing, alarms blaring. "Human, we demand you withdraw immediately. This is an act of—" "You will be silent," Alex interrupted, his voice quiet but carrying the weight of extinction. "I am Captain Alex Chen of the United Human Navy. You are about to experience what you inflicted upon Nova Terra. You wanted the galaxy to fear you. You wanted to prove that humanity was weak, that we would cower before your might." Vrexkar's multiple eyes widened. We can negotiate. Resources, territory, reparations." "You broadcast their screams," Rose said suddenly, stepping forward, her voice cracking. "My sister was on Nova Terra. She was 7 years old. You made her death entertainment." Alex raised his hand, and Rose stepped back, trembling with barely contained rage. "There will be no negotiation," Alex continued. "Humanity learned something from you, Chancellor. We learned that mercy is mistaken for weakness in this galaxy. We learned that compassion invites predators. You taught us this lesson with the blood of our children. Please," Vrexkar began, his arrogance finally crumbling. "Commander Vale," Alex said, never breaking eye contact with the alien. "Fire." The Relentless came alive with terrible purpose. 48 massive cannons swiveled into position, each one capable of cracking a continent. Energy readings spiked across every monitor as the ship's 4 fusion reactors channeled unimaginable power into the weapons array. The first salvo lit up the darkness. Lances of concentrated plasma, each beam containing the explosive force of 100 nuclear weapons, screamed down through Carthex 7's atmosphere. They struck with surgical precision: military installations, government centers, spaceports, industrial complexes. The planet's surface erupted in chains of fire that could be seen from orbit. "Atmospheric ionizers online," Vale reported mechanically. "Deploying." Thousands of small drones launched from the Relentless, spreading across Carthex 7's atmosphere like a metallic plague. They began their work immediately, destabilizing the planet's protective layers, creating massive tiers that would allow solar radiation to scour the surface for centuries. "Captain," Rose's voice was hollow, as she read her instruments. Their military is attempting to launch defensive satellites. Destroy them, Alex ordered. Point defense turrets across the relentless hull opened fire. The few Carthexian vessels that managed to achieve orbit lasted mere seconds before being reduced to expanding clouds of debris. The aliens had never faced human military engineering. Humanity had spent 100 years preparing for hostile first contact, building weapons while hoping they'd never be used. The Carthexians had made humanity use them. Second wave, full planetary saturation, Alex commanded. This time the Relentless fired everything. The bombardment was no longer surgical, it was apocalyptic. Entire regions vanished under nuclear fire. Oceans boiled away. The planet's crust fractured in dozens of places, spewing magma that consumed everything it touched. Rose watched her monitors with tears streaming down her face. Estimated casualties, 4 billion and climbing. Their civilian sectors they made our children into entertainment, Alex said softly, his own eyes glistening. They wanted the galaxy to see what happened when humanity was crossed. Now the galaxy will see what happens when humanity responds. The bombardment continued for 6 hours. When it finally ceased, Carthex 7 was unrecognizable. The blue-green jewel had become a gray-brown wasteland, its atmosphere torn away, its surface a cratered hell still glowing with residual heat. Not a single city remained intact. Not a single life sign registered on their sensors. Alex stared at what they had done, feeling nothing and everything simultaneously. Send the recordings to every government in the galaxy, he ordered quietly. Every species, every faction, every colony. I want them to see this. I want them to understand. Rose's hands shook as she compiled the footage. Captain, are we still the good guys? Alex turned to look at her, and for a moment, his mask cracked. She saw the anguish beneath, the weight of billions of deaths, the terrible transformation that humanity had undergone. No, Lieutenant, he said finally. We're not the good guys anymore. We're the survivors, and we'll do whatever it takes to ensure humanity never suffers another Nova Terra. The Relentless turned away from the dead world, its engines igniting as it prepared to jump to the next Carthexian world. Behind it, Carthex 7 continued to burn, a monument to humanity's new doctrine. The galaxy had wanted to see humanity's true nature. Now it had its answer.